Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. We're going to take a look at some Soul fights, and I'm currently on the secondary account against the Batman Who Laughs, and we don't have much at our disposal. Look, I might title this as the best free-to-play teams versus Batman Who Laughs, but it's not really that because we don't even have two of the best ones. So if you have Deathstroke and Batman Who Laughs yourself, those characters are gonna do very good damage with very low effort because they're gonna have percentage health damage. So that's something you can definitely use and it's gonna do well for you. We're gonna be in a little bit of a rougher situation over here actually. So first up, we're going to use the Kim-Flan Sakumen team with Nora Snow Globe attached to it, and we're going to hopefully be able to get some more percentage health damage out of the clones as well. I have to be very careful so that my Kim-Flan Sakumen doesn't get killed by the poison effect, because if he gets taken over, then I'm gonna have no clones spamming from him. Like Nora Snow Globe is straight up not gonna work. He's got super move, King tagged in, there we go. First clone in there, gonna block that hit, jump attack, third special. By the way, for passive stats we have, on this team we have only a level 4 Dark Maul cards because Dr. Fate's got the Fire Box. You can buy yourself some time by spamming back off while holding block, and that's exactly what I'm doing here to buy myself some energy to use a third special. And when you can jump attacks, if you do your third special fast enough, you will not have enough time to block. And it's not gonna do a special because the game doesn't allow you, except for some certain situations, to use specials while the enemy is using a special. And I messed up there. It's not the easiest thing to keep up the combo, but it's quite reliable. I just messed up because I'm stupid, the backing off while blocking, but you should be fine doing it. Dr. Fate back in, I'm just trying to get some pushback so the clone has some room to back off if needed. And the second clone got killed real fast as well, so not the greatest start here. We only got one third special from the clones. Nah, actually two of them. We got two of them from the clones, so that's not too good for this fight. Kim-Flan Sakumen back in there trying to get some more damage. It's kind of rough getting the second tag in, because if he uses the special 1 or special 2, he a lot of times has follow-up combo after it, and your clone just gets stuck in there and gets killed. The clone getting tagged after super move is the safe bet though. You just have to be a little bit more careful with that clone than I was. And if you don't have Nora Snow Globe, just do your best to just do 3 third specials, and from that point on it really doesn't matter. Those are not gonna do that well because Kim-Flan Sakumen gets hindered by the damage cap and is not gonna do that much percentage health damage. Deathstroke and Battle Laughs are not really affected by it. I mean, it will take you more time because of it to do your damage, but you'll do the same damage. King got taken over, as you can see, no revive when that happens. He doesn't get killed, he just gets yeeted out of your team. Yeah, that's gonna be the Kim-Flan Sakumen team. Now Zatanna's not gonna get hindered by the damage cap. And Sigvald, wouldn't it be better if you use Zatanna, since she can make such better use of her percentage health damage? Wouldn't she have done more damage if used before Kim-Flan Sakumen? Yes, she would have. Why didn't you use Zatanna then before Kim-Flan Sakumen? Because I'm stupid, you're welcome for the answer. But yeah, we're using Zatanna here and just burn him up and use some specials in there. We have this Rebanshi team pretty much set up for her with Power Ground Reverse Flash. And that's gonna do well enough for her. We just want that's burning on him and then using specials, and after we're done with that, it doesn't really matter what we do. We're gonna do some damage afterwards as well, but it doesn't matter that much. Most of our damage comes from, yet again, the percentage health damage, which is your best friend in most of the fights as free-to-play. Again, some damage there. And there I think we're done. Yep, we're done with the percentage health damage, and that was quite fast. Why can't I get this in other fights when I need her to buff some stuff up? Did you see this? 2 minutes. 2 minutes left of the fight. 1 minute into the fight, we did all our percentage health damage and reached 300% damage buff. Why can't this happen when I actually need her for the damage buff? I guess that's just my luck, but yeah, here she works just fine. Missed the third special, that's quite a short range on that, and I always forget. Because I mean, she breathes fire towards him. You'd expect it goes a little bit more towards him, but it's not a firebolt. It's like a fire breathing, like a cheap fire breathing, like when people put alcohol in their mouth and have a light source, and then they breathe out like at the circus or something. That's kind of more like that than a fireball. So I guess it makes sense. Another third special in there, reverse flash, getting hits. Again, it doesn't really matter what we do with this team from this point on, but just trying to get as much damage in there as possible, because every bit matters. Our third special in there, gonna back off a bit. Gonna get hit by that special 2. Boy, that special 2 is so annoying. Like, there is some counterplay to it. Like, you can't block it, you can't jump over it. It's gonna deal a ton of damage. But what you can do is basically tag out in the middle of the animation. But you have to be out of range for that to happen. For the first part of it, so you don't get hit. I have not a snow globe on her because I really wanted her to survive. Of course, we would have done more damage with Dark Metal cards, but I just wanted her to live, okay? And we got the clone in there, and if anybody ever wondered if the passive works and the clones deal percentage shell damage, there's your answer. Nope, they don't. Because that's a passive and the clones don't get the passives. Deathstroke and Kingflat Sakumen are able to do it because that's tied to a base ability that they have, not a base passive. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Zatanna. Now for the Joker League of Anarchy, we're in a little bit of a rough spot because Raven has no gear, so she's gonna die quite quickly. And the other two characters are not gonna have a great time surviving, because I can lock this man into an infinite comp. I can pin him to the corner, I can tag in Raven, do a special 1, then Joker in there for a special 2. We could go like this all day, but we can't really, because we're gonna just be sitting on the toxins, so that's gonna basically allow him to take control of my characters and get them killed. So we can't really lock him into an infinite combo, and we have to get through his special. Special 1, no problem. Special 2 doesn't even start the animation if you block the first part of it. Special 3, excuse me, but Special 2, that's gonna be a menace for this team. Joker back in there. Special 2, engage the combo. Raven back in there. Special 1 again. EPI back in there, a few hits, gonna block a bit, Raven back in there, special 1, we get him again in the corner, but again we're stacking up on Madness, another special 2 in there. Joker's pretty chill on Madness, he's not gonna get too hurt by that, but there's the problem, I got super moved and got killed. And why am I showing this fight? If my Joker got super moved and killed, something that I could have easily avoided, because this was literally the best one in terms of damage. Like the other attempts of League of Anarchy plus Raven against this man went so much worse. Like surviving for 2 minutes and dealing some damage in the meantime was actually a pretty good scenario, and I'm just gonna try to get some damage out of EPI plus Raven. Never mind the Raven part. I mean, she's still alive. There we go, she got healed a bit. I missed the combo interruption. Excuse me for that one. Oh boy, I need to put my phone on silent mode when I record those videos, because every time I get disturbed by it. I'm gonna stop recording though, my mom can wait, I'm gonna call her afterwards, after the video. We're gonna be done recording in like 6 minutes, she won't get too mad, like chill. So next fight we're gonna have the Batman Ninja team. Batman Ninja team does well enough here, but it's gonna be rough staying off the toxins as well. But you might wonder, is there any way to like not care about the toxins, to make your characters not get affected by the toxins? Yes, and we're gonna get into that in just a bit. 2 hits, combo interrupt again, like not in this fight. In this fight we need to avoid them. 2 hits, combo interrupt. And I'm gonna back off because I know when the toxin will spawn. And I feel like the toxin spawn rate is a little bit more weird than the last time I fought this man, because like last time I could manipulate where it dropped so much easier. Because you're gonna like hear a sound when it disappears, and you know it's gonna drop after a bit. So you could like back off when you knew it's gonna drop. You get it dropped off a little bit backwards as we did here. And then you get back to doing your thing. But I literally can barely get the combo into a special before that thing drops again. So it's quite rough to counterplay that. And yeah, this is kind of countering this strategy of keeping the enemy in the corner and just pushing them there and bullying them. And, well, it's pretty effective at that. It kind of sucks, because this is kind of the only strategy to properly play the game, my dudes. Like, you either do this, or you do the bad gameplay. Arthur's special in there. We stayed for the full duration of that on the hazard, so that sucked. It's okay, we can take some, we just need to make sure we don't get taken control of. And you need to kind of stay at 75% ideally, because as you move around the battlefield, you're going to randomly step on it. And you just need to not instantly get put into taking control scenario. You need to not instantly get abducted by Battle Labs when you randomly step on it. So 75%, it's gonna be quite a safe space for you to sit on if you're planning on actively avoiding it. See here, I sit on it a bit because I was in the middle of an animation, not much I could do about it. Special 2 in there, back again. We're gonna get hit by a special 2, but this is one thing that the Pet Ninja team doesn't really care. This man's damage is irrelevant against them because they are constantly healing, they are reducing his attack a bit. He can do nothing to kill us, except for the hazard, obviously. Another special in there. Gonna back off again. Ringish the combo. Another special. And Catwoman is so close to getting taken control of. See, that's what I was talking about there. And we're literally sitting on it, gonna back off a bit. We're not looking good at the moment, guys. We're gonna back off a bit. There we go, we managed to pull through it one last time for one last third special, and that's gonna be it for the Batman Ninja team. They do well enough against this fight, better than most teams, but still very far from their peak performance. By the way, for the Batman team, it was like level 4 Dark Metal cards and level 2 Dark Metal cards. And yeah, this is how you bypass the hazards kind of deal. You're going to need Johnster Green Lantern. So Johnster Green Lantern's passive is gonna do a lot of things related to hazards, but one of them, which is the most important for this one, is going to cancel their secondary effects. Now, this hazard secondary effect is that it makes you poisoned, and when the poison or the toxins, or however you want to call them, are going to reach max amount, you're going to actually get taken over by Battle Labs, and it just doesn't happen when you have Johnster Green Lantern there. It literally doesn't work for Battle Labs. It still gets some of the effects, because the more you sit on it, the more he's gonna get a buff to himself. So he still gets that, but you get no detriment to yourself. So yeah, but the problem with this is I more like did this for showcase purposes, because I'm using Dark Metal cards against Lance Aquaman, because this man is too low on health to really get much value out of Nora Snow Globe. But I can't really find a team where to put Johnster Green Lantern, except for the Battle and the Drown team, but Battle and the Drown team ain't gonna survive this fight. I didn't even bother using her here. But yeah, except for Batman and the Drown team, where he's there anyways for the damage, I don't really know where you could use this character, because kind of every single team we've used needed all the characters they had to do well. Maybe you could do Batman Ninja team with Johnster Green Lantern and get Grodd out of there and just keep the enemy in the corner. I think that would do a little bit more damage, but yeah. Well, it is indeed a way to bypass that mechanic. It's not the most optimal thing, because you require a certain character to do it, and that's kind of mess up your team comp. And for the last fight, I'm gonna do the Batman Ninja team again. Some fights that I did not include in this video were like Electro vs Superman. He did not have a great time because like Brainiac randomly died, and yet again it's a team that relies on pinning the enemy to the right corner, and any team that relies on that but can't lock him efficiently into an infinite combo without getting poisoned is gonna suck, because they randomly get hit by Special 2 and die. And also I tried randomly the Multiverse team at some point, that didn't end up too well. Not many options on this account, but as I said, for the rest of you, Deathstroke and Battle Labs are gonna do well. Just make sure they don't die. Just do your best they don't die. That's the only thing you should have in mind when building the team for those two characters. And boy, I've been waiting for such a long time to get either Deathstroke or Batman Labs on this account. It's actually very important for this account that we get Batman Labs or Deathstroke from either the last contract or this, or from a chest that I have tried to open again and again when I had the gems. But sadly, doesn't seem like the stars align, and yet again we did not get Batman Labs. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.
This is the future.